Welcome back to Let's Play Sword of the Stars. I'm the Fusilier. That was me actually checking again to make sure the mic didn't mute this time. So, some time has passed. We're almost done exploring this entire little arm. Only 33 turns, that's not that slow. I'm really not sure how much space to give the hivers because I'm not sure how far this way they're going to be able to expand. That all depends on who we've got in front of us. Is it configured like us, or do they have the Liir in front? In which case, those Liir are in a lot of trouble, actually. It's gonna let the hivers get big and strong, but hivers get big and strong just kind of always. Okay, colonizer tech, and I think I want more. Yeah, I just want... Yeah, this will also make it clear if there's things we could colonize that, like, if there's things that can move into our sphere, although, no.
We begin the quest for knowledge.
I do very much quite want it. Because those are going to be marginal colonies anyhow. Like, if something just moves into our colony range, that means it's tough. Hebron looks very nice. I think I'm going to get biotransfer and then get over there. I will have to rush some better engines at some point. That will probably be next. What is the status of our fusion? Like, if we put everything towards... Because we don't have anything yet, like, in terms of colonies. Yeah, forget it. Otherwise, because I had settlers, like, coming in, and I'm like, oh, I could grab these planets, but it's like, no. I'm gonna wait on these planets. They look nice, but if the AI stops, like, here, if they get stopped, like, here, actually, looking at the cluster of stars, it's very likely those are enemies right up there. Like, I'm permanently concerned about outsettling my partner. So we'll try to avoid that.
System update.
And I'll get back to you when anything happens, really. I think I'll let you have this one, buddies.
We have made a breakthrough, Elder.
Nice. Now I'm going to be compulsively checking the mic. Okay, now there's no excuse.
This venture could take us far, Elder.
Time to burst up to engine tech, like, immediately. As you do. Especially because our colonizing costs are going down, so it is time to start cranking them biome colonizers. We will call these... Okay, they look cool. I used to be weirded out by the Liir ships, but I'm like, their aesthetic has grown on me. I want to keep the cost down on that. At least they'll be nice and cheap.
We shall
We'll just do
remember
that.
this design for the future.
And a refinery that will just give them the fuel necessary to get anywhere they need to go.
Yes, Elder. Ship design ready for construction.
And I didn't name them the same thing so that we would avoid this confusion. Oh no. Oh, is this my industrial output? Oh no. I'm gonna need at least 2 cruisers a turn out of you guys. By all means.
We shall leave steel and fire, Elder.
Where's them settlers? Okay, settlers got here. That's a lot of settlers. I'm gonna settle with 4
Splashing down
and move on to these guys. And we'll use biome colonizers to settle there. And then we'll move on to the subprime plants, which we are surrounded by prospects, but those ones will be sort of slower to convert. And we're deliberately holding off on worlds to colonize, even though that hurts bad. Because again, Settle away from your friends, not towards your friends, and that's, you know, I don't want to take too big a bite. Nah, don't worry about the scouting, guys. We got it handled. Even with our slow-ass gravity drive, the stutter warp that gets slower every time you get to a planet, we're still massively outpacing these fellows. You guys got fusion yet? Nope. You got nothing. That's fine. We'll do the thinking for you. That's our job. Oh, of course you're over budget. No, don't worry about it. No, it's fine. It's fine. I do have to remember all these planets are developed now. Like, if I want to build something, I don't have to build it from the home world. Like, I can build it from here. And there's even civilians there to crew colony ships. Well, get those fusion drives eventually. I'm sad with our development. I think we're doing alright. Like, our colonies are flourishing. First in population and output, second in colonies. That's a good place to be. And we continue developing. Because otherwise, like, very little. Turns pass with, like, no news reports. Then it may seem like I'm bored, but honest, this is what I like. It's just not very good video fodder. Well, one new development. You'll notice all these ships I've sent over here. All the spare survey vessels that I don't have another purpose for, I'm gonna use them to explore because I think we can get a little more done than these guys have. So let's begin scouting. Let's get over there and start looking, boys.
System update.
Oh, thank God.
The path twisted and turned, but finally we have arrived.
Alright. Time to consider our options. Fusion, of course, opens up an entire new world of possibility for us. Weapons tech, engine tech, every tech imaginable. Only 25 to antimatter. I'm thinking about just... Okay, specifically I'm thinking... that's one turn. Theoretically, that's one turn. What are you doing now?
All facilities in order.
Oh, how...
Ready to study this problem.
That's gonna be marginal. That'll be a waste. Straight to antimatter, which is not the normal progression of these games. Actually...
We begin
do this
the
first.
quest for knowledge.
Then we're going straight to antimatter. Alright, very nice. With tier 2 power and tier 2 engines, we can make a ship that is so much better. So much better. Oh, hang on, wait a sec. I didn't put suspended animation on the biome colonizer. Now it's a small thing, but I do think improvements like that should just like become a part of the design. I've almost never used anything inferior because of cost. Like, the idea might be there that it's like, oh, it'll take twice as much, but it's very rare that you would ever not just want the best of everything. So Fusion doesn't just like Fusion makes it faster. The improved stutter warp reduces the penalty from the gravity wells among just making it faster, and it's very nice. So oh, something I can do to cut costs a little bit because the biome colonizers will not be entering action.
Yes, Elder.
I'm just gonna.
Ship design ready for construction.
Sometimes I have naming schemes for like each era, but when we're just gonna be leaping to antimatter, probably now, there's really not a point.
We shall remember this design for the future.
And let's see. Yeah, I don't see. The only thing I could see competing with it is we need economics. Yeah, I think That might be our next move. Gravitational adaptation in 7 turns. We'll deal with that in a little. Cruisers by 5%, just like that. Ooh. Okay, now first, FTL economics.
This venture could take us far, Elder.
FTL trade is so goddamn important. And I'll keep looking for systems to dispatch settlement teams towards. You guys have no idea how good it feels to skip past destroyer freighters and onto cruiser freighters immediately. Oh my god. So, because the interface, the fact that you have to, like, if you go with destroyer freighters, you have to, like, scuttle them later to make room for bigger ones, or else you're losing money.
This venture could take us far, Elder.
Goddamn right. Maybe Zeta Reticuli. Maybe that wouldn't be too big of an overreach. This is how it starts, folks. Also, these fusion ships, like I said, it's not just the raw speed, it's the fact that they suffer less of a penalty from gravity wells, so they can actually there. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I wish there wasn't a planet in the way, because it would be even more dramatic. That's so good. It really... I think it's just the fact that biome colonizers are fucking gigantic. I think that's probably it, but it's like, oh man. It's just, it's so satisfying to watch the ship move. It is, this planet is very rudely in the way. It's been very nasty, very unfair to me and my family. Didn't come to my inauguration. Alright, you get it.
Splashing down now.
We finally get the promised land, Hebron, the big Hebron collider. And these fission things.
We hear and agree. Farewell, faithful vessel.
Yeah. Bye-bye. All you're good for is suicide scouting now, which is what I intend to be doing.
Your song.
Loser. Bye-bye. Alrighty. Now time for the portion of the program I like to call Freighter City, bitch. Both because I'm an incorrigible wrestling fan. Can you be a fan of something that you hate? I've done it before. I grew up watching it during that golden age, which everyone thinks when they were growing up it's the golden age, but
We begin the quest for knowledge.
time to make our sixth design in the books. Mega Freighter. It doesn't really save much money, so it's like, yeah, you can have your missiles.
We shall remember this design for the future.
Okay, Sword of the Stars' design is a design that I admire quite a lot. The idea behind it is to minimize the amount of pointless decision prolonging you have to do, or like manual tasks, manual repetitive tasks on the map. So the idea of this is, in some other games you have to tell each planet to build like a barracks for troops. It's like, in this one it's assumed that there's cities and barracks and factories, and you adjust sliders, which gives you more of a managerial feel than a micro managerial feel, and I love it. I actively love it. They should have gone further with it. You can really tell that the trade system was sort of an addition in later things, because you have to make every freighter in every sector. You have to manually make sure everyone packed their sack lunch. And you know, for some people that's totally fine. And maybe if you haven't played a ton of the game, that's totally fine. It's tough. Worth it though, I mean, The profits you can pull down, truly absurd. I'm gonna do this. Cause the budget right now, okay, it got cut in half because we're manufacturing, but we get like 1 million from planetary income, which is pretty cool. And the money is gonna vanish. Like that 10 million we got is gonna vanish, but it's going to be replaced by freighters, which will earn us millions more. Like you,
System update.
with cruiser grade freighters, you easily double. I'm gonna hold off on that colonization, I think. Yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit on that colonization. Translation, I'm going to forget it forever. But, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the next while. You know, it's been like, what, 15 minutes of video or whatever so far, but it's been longer for me playing, which this is a format I really can appreciate. So let's see, it's just, you gotta keep them building. Keep building. And eventually we'll get to the promised land of profits. We've got to have money. That's what you come to this channel for, old dead memes. I want this, I want that. I should just be glad you're eating it all. I've had AI allies that refuse to settle verdant worlds. Oh, that's a beautiful, that is a genuine beaut. But no, our buddies will get it, and they'll be fine.
Yes, Elder. We move as you command.
Exploration continues apace, still no contact with the enemy. They gotta be like around here. We have completed orbital dry docks, which will reduce the cost of cruisers, which is good because that 10 million sure goes fast. I mean, it goes when you get to cruisers, it goes fast anyhow. I'm constantly paranoid checking. It especially goes fast when you're building freighters. It's like we're starting on antimatter. That says 60 turns. That's not quite gonna be how long it takes us. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Otherwise, we continue hitting the button. Doing the kind of mechanical tedium we invented computers to get away from. If it seems like I'm belaboring the point a little, that's just because I've played a lot of Sword of the Stars, and it's when you play so much of a game, its virtues and vices all just come blaring out at you, and you lose that sort of noob veneer of everything. You're sort of when you start a game, you're sort of a tourist in that, so you're just awestruck by everything. Now here it's like, quirky things are a little less charming. So that's why it might seem like sometimes I complain a lot about certain aspects of the game. Also, I'm just naturally good at complaining. God fucking damn it, I did it again. Yeah, I'm gonna be compulsively checking that from now until Judgment Day. As I indicated, we've made we can't see them, but they can see us, which means they sent us a message and we can talk. I just asked the black swimmers for research aids and financial aid. If you may notice, this is a mirror match. The black swimmers are our enemies. As a matter of fact, this is a locked team game. There is no way for us to be friends of any kind ever. It is total war. One of us must be destroyed. You don't have to exterminate anymore because there are civilians. And there's like surrender mechanics and stuff that we'll get into, as you saw in the little announcement video. But come on, man. Come on, Mac. I'm astounded. Because what's going to happen is... Because you can ask your friends for help, of course.
System update. We have received a gift, Elder. Our friends are wealthy. We have received a gift, Elder. Our friends are wise.
You better believe that voice clip plays every time it happens, but you can... They just do that. They're just like, okay. I mean, it depends on the race, but like, the Liir are nice, like Liir humans. I've had Tarkas do it too, really. It's the same way that their scouts will accept peace with you sometimes, as if you were a neutral race. Complete insanity. Like, it's an oversight, of course. But, like, complete insanity. There's no reason for this to be in the game, and I love it. And I am going to be exploiting the fucking Jesus out of it. Because until we actually start battling, like, when we actually start battling, then their opinion of us goes down and they start sending very nasty tweets at us. Until that point, they're gonna fund their destruction. I'm pleased as punch that I found this. Because, like, you can now go 500,000 into debt every turn. And that's no problem. That's no issue. Because they'll back you for it next turn.
System update.
And they'll send scientists to make your research. As I said, it was 960.
A gift, Elder. Our friends are wealthy.
Every turn.
We have received a gift, Elder. Our friends are wise.
You can call this an exploit. I really don't have to. This. It doesn't make sense that I should be able to do this.
We hear your song.
Sorry. Also, because the Ruby Imperium gave us a message, I suspect that we did in fact pit the Hivers against the Hivers. And a Hiver fight is, it's not a fast affair. And I didn't forget.
A new sea to explore, Elder.
Down there. Oh, don't worry about the scuttling. They'll have a colony to live in. You guys will be fine. And back to this. Alright, our expansion efforts continue. The enemy continues to bankroll us every turn. It's a little absurd. We're making freighters like nobody's business. And we're producing enough biome colonizers that we should have this entire area colonized to the best of our ability. Now, there is that 150 point climate hazard reduction from the terraforming tech. Honestly, that's kind of a second tier concern. We need to start getting going, because we need antimatter, we need max engines, then we need scanners. Because step one of my plan is go up, scan around here, look for weaknesses, identify the enemy. Like, this recon work is fine because I sort of buried the lead, but there's the Hivers, there's the Ruby Imperium right there. We're picking up the signature from their infernal gate. This confirms that we have, in fact, established a mirror match where we got Liir in the pockets and Hivers up front, which is, I would argue, an almost ideal setup for a team. And they have the same setup, so it's like, you might be like, hey, you haven't fought a battle in 75 turns, and you're not likely to do one until turn like 150. Same for them. I mean, the AI has the same opportunities as me. Let's see how they develop on it. Given the fact that they are currently bankrolling their own demise, I don't know. I will casually note, as someone who has loud breathing, one minor thing. Maybe one of my only actual issues with the Liir voice acting is that I can hear pauses for I can hear the breaths that some of the voice actors take, even though these are telepathic space dolphins, and well, now that I think about it, I don't actually know that they don't breathe air. In fact, like, don't dolphins? Alright. Still asking for help every turn. Still getting it. What we've got here is a first contact situation, folks. I feel like if this was a colony, it would be better defended, but we should probably investigate real quick. Also, we get a chance to hear the cool Liir battle music, which I think is all of it's very fitting and iconic.
We are in harmony.
Ah, fuck it.
Our ships follow the enemy.
You guys have one purpose. Colony confirmed. It's a decently developed one as well. They got missiles, so this won't be a long battle.
We follow closely.
That's fine. We got Hivers up ahead. Yep. Ships, no, even weapons that aren't point defense will fire in point defense. And if you get a fast firing accurate weapon like pulsed phasers or UV X-ray lasers and stuff like that, it's good stuff. They don't like to see us, folks. Where's the other one? Oh, the other one is the gaze. I'm like, there's 2 destroyers listed here. We're not gonna get over there, sadly. But I figure, why not? We've had 2 episodes of build-up. And it's like next video, definitely we're going to be, tech up, design our war fleet. Things have actually progressed very fast in the LP because I've been cutting out large chunks of nothing.
We are being attacked.
Man, this game is pretty. Like, just... the stutter drive, not especially fast, sadly. Yeah, we're not even gonna get to make trouble for these guys. As a matter of fact, the gate is armed too. That's what we gotta kill. Like, man, if I could just take this out. But of course, we got no fleet here, so it really don't matter. Oh boy, that one's gonna do it. Oh, no. No, there's no way. Nope. That's fine. We went up and said hi.
System update.
Alright.
We have received a gift, Elder. Our friends are wealthy. We have received a gift, Elder. Our friends are wise.
Every turn. Every turn. But yeah, so the Hivers, really, like I said, the ideal sort of, like, when you think about what do you want your team to be, what do you want your positions to be. This is even really nice because we're not, like in a flat map, if we were in a pocket, it would mean we'd have to go through planets and stuff. Not so much with this baby. We just, as soon as we get decent engines, like, let me see, where is... Because I'm making settlers for the final little colonies. Okay, this is fusion. This is tier 2 engines, tier 2 power, and we're already down to just 8, 9 turns. Which, I'll remind you, it took that long. In fact, I can demonstrate. Let's see here. That's decent. Oh, because that's a settler.
We will make a new home here.
Here, this one. Yeah, okay. 10 turns here, or 10 turns there. Yeah. And we're getting antimatter soon. With the generous support of our enemies. Gotta do this every turn, gotta hear the voice clip every turn. I mean, you don't have to. I could just not do the exploit, so you know. I don't want to play the small violin too much. But yeah, we'll get every world settled in here so that we don't have to think about colonization anymore. At least for the moment.
In the Black Sea, enemies. We have received a gift, Elder.
Yep.
Our friends are wealthy. We have received a gift, Elder. Our friends are wise.
So now it's tempting to try and stop these guys, because you think, ooh, I'm so much faster than them, I can intercept them. Not how that works. Hey guys, I think we found the enemy. Oh no. They either realize, like, their allies either told them, hey, can you stop funding the enemy, please? It might have been because we attacked their allies, but in my experience, that did not stop the AI in the past. It led to some really comical things, like you burn their friend's world and they just fucking go, no. It's like, this looks like a massive offensive. It's just scouts. We just want to get this mapped out so that the AI knows, hey, these are bad. I don't like how far the enemy's expanding, and like... I'm glad I gave the our guys this space over here, though, I gotta say. And of course, as we go...
We hear and agree. Farewell, faithful vessels.
Gotta do... I feel like you guys have been almost about to arrive there forever. But we need to fix the budget then, because we were kind of relying on that just for one turn. Look, I need to get to antimatter, okay? See, your allies will also help you, which is nice. Like, that's the way it actually should be.
System updates.
Alright.
Splashing down now. We have made a breakthrough, Elder.
Sure have, and it's a big
We
one.
have received a gift, Elder. Our friends are wealthy. We have received a gift, Elder. Our friends are wise.
Alright, that handles all the colonization, which seems like a good way to bookend a video is... I mean, there will be a couple more worlds when we unlock the environmental tech, but not many. At least until we start taking it from the enemy, which will be our next goal, because... Ooh, antimatter tech. Antimatter in 70-something turns. Not bad considering we did stop to get a lot of other stuff. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, 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 yep.
This venture could take us far, Elder.
We've laid the base. We've laid the foundations. Laid it skyward stone by stone. Whatever. Next time on Let's Play Sword of the Stars, we work up the tech for a death fleet and get it in production, and Hopefully then, we kick stuff off. We got amazing things coming for you, Red. You don't... Like, we're kind of pitiful right now. You guys don't even